Furthermore, if you are going to space, if you could bring any three former co-stars of yours or current on your voyage to space, who would you bring and why?
Hmm.
What was it about the script that made you want to be a part of telling this story? Was there a specific scene that you read that you're like, I need to be in here?
I think it's just a feeling. Like, when it's rare that things make you actually feel and you're like, wow, okay, this is cool. I'm like feeling something. And I think reading it, I was like, this script has so much heart. And it's just like the story it's a really well told story. It's a cool, interesting structure. And also has like purpose behind it. The message of it is about like connection and like real human things. So I thought that was worth being a part of. Even if I have the whole peanuts in the background, it seems like cool. And also everyone involved, I was like a fan of. So it's like, yeah, it's a no brainer.
Your scenes with Ryan were super fun and enjoyable, and I love the montages that they put of you two guys having fun. And it seemed as if there was like a real strong sense of camaraderie between the two of you. I was wondering how filming these scenes, how you guys went with your approach, and how did you guys build your bond during production?
I think a lot of that came from the filmmakers, Chris Miller and Phil Lord. Um, with Ryan, they had been working on the movie for like 6, 7 months before I even got there. So they had a strong sense. They shot all the space stuff before I got there. So it was like they had a handle on it, and they knew what they wanted from this. I think it just kind of came in a spark, and it's just like, this is fun. Let's just chase this rabbit hole and like watch relationship develop. And like, I think it was important for Ryan's character to like have this connection, like to give it something to ground to earth.
With each project that you're a part of, do you learn something new about yourself with each new character? And if so, what have you learned about yourself with this film?
I think so. I think you're either learning something. Well, I think you are learning something regardless. It's like because It's like learning through expression, where it's like either there's something that you didn't know, it's unfamiliar that you express, or something that you know and that you like don't like to, and like getting to express that. I think with this, it was fun. Like coming from the bear, where I'm playing such like a warm. I feel like if I think about it abstractly, like the bear's character is like warm and like curves, and this character was like angular and more sharp and like direct. So it was fun to like play that. I think something I like to learn from it is like having fun playing specifically with just timing of like the banter, like being sharp and like banter within like the sharpness.
Yeah, a central theme of this film also is bravery and selflessness. I was wondering, what are some of the most courageous things you've done or witnessed?
Mm. It's funny to witness courageous things because
Yeah.
it feels like, well, I wasn't courageous that I watched it. I feel like the most courageous thing. I don't know. I never think about courage in these things. I could think about like friends. I think I always find myself thinking about it in this form where whenever I see friends do like stand up things and like stick themselves out, I think have protection for the people and expressing when they see someone like not really having a good not real having hardships, I guess the words I'm looking for. I think that's the hardest thing is like looking for connection in this place where it's not so easy to like do it. Where it's easy to connect with people for happiness and all these happy things, and sometimes it's easy to comfort someone. But connecting with someone and leveling and letting your shield down to honestly, like make them feel that you're having a mutual, symbiotic conversation about like whatever is happening or what's going on. I always feel like it's courageous, and I've like watched it, been a part of it, and found myself. I feel my version of courage is I don't like to open up and express myself. So whenever I find myself doing that, I'm like, wow, okay, that was good.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way. I've like noticed about myself, like as I've gotten older, sometimes I will experience maybe anxiety or something. So even like with me raising my hand to like say my name when they're doing attendance in class, I'm
Yeah,
like, wow, that took a lot of courage. Like
yeah.
I've started to notice that. Okay, so through your facial expression, smile, and playful banter with Ryan's character, you reveal a lighthearted side to Carl. Are you aware of the impact you have on a scene's tone and mood with just your facial expressions?
No, that's nice, but no, I think I think that's like the directors and the editors that like you're just giving them pieces to do that. I think I don't the tone is so funny because it's like as an actor you have no control over the tone, and that's like the directors, like the score, the directors, and what they're doing. So it's cool that like that I think about it in colors. Like I gave them a color to paint within that specific collage of what they were trying to make.
Hmm. There's a moment where Ryan's character Grace is afraid of even doing this mission, and Carl says something along the lines of, "You got this, you know who you are." Have there been moments in your life where fear has almost kept you from doing something, and how did you overcome that?
Yeah, I think fear. I take fear specifically within that anything like a creative endeavor or like risk, a meditative risk. Like obviously, real danger is real danger, and if you're feeling fear in obvious scenarios, you should probably not. But anything outside of the obvious common sense, I take fear as the only thing that lets me know that I should do something. Because it's like fear, if you're resisting something and you can like strip everything away and realize fear is the only thing stopping you, then it's like a duty that you must do it because it's just always rewarded for like running towards the fear. Brave people aren't actually brave; they just do it despite of fear.
I like that. I'm gonna start doing that. Like
Yeah.
if I fearful of something, okay, do it. I'm definitely gonna do it. Like I said earlier, every project you've done is different from one another genre-wise. Are you a fan of the sci-fi genre? And if so, what are your favorite sci-fi films?
Yeah, I love sci-fi. I love like all movies. My favorite sci-fi. I love Looper. I love the Dunes, the Denis Villeneuve. Villeneuve. His Dunes. I love Minority Report. I love Back to the Future Part One and Two. I love like so many sci-fi movies. I love like every. I'm saying love way too much, but yeah, I'm a fan of sci-fi.
Is there a specific genre that you want to do next for your next project?
Not specific genre. I feel like there's things that I find interesting. It would be fun to do, like thrillers, psychological thrillers. I've always been into those. But honestly, it's like whatever makes sense. Whatever. The next thing is just whatever makes me feel something. Where I'm like, that seems exciting. That seems cool. Let's go.
Yeah. With more and more people going to space, if given the opportunity to hop on the next star-studded rocket ship, would you go?
Yep.
You would go?
Yep. I
Okay.
would. I feel like I've always had this conversation with friends where I'm like, if I had the opportunity to go to space, I would go. And they're like, you're crazy. I'm like, but why not? It's like the one place that like we have no you have no way of seeing it like in any other way other than going in a rocket ship. I don't know. I think it's cool. Since I was a kid, I was like, I would go to space.
That's interesting that even after this film and seeing everything, like the mission Ryan Gosling's character went on, you're like, I'll still go. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure I'll still
Yeah, I
go.
was like, whoa, well, that's crazy. That would be me, I guess, if I was there.
Okay, and to follow up on that, and also my last question, furthermore, if you are going to space, if you could bring any three former co stars of yours or current on your voyage to space, who would you bring and why?
I feel like I feel like Tyler and I, because I hang out with them, and that would be make it easy. And then my other friends, Travis and Jasper. I don't know if any of them would want to go to space, so I feel like I would still end up alone because I feel like anyone I invite would say no. So I guess my answer is myself.
Perfect. I love that. Okay, well, thank you. That's all the questions that I have prepared for you. Thank you so
Cool.
much for doing this interview and taking the time out. I
Yeah, no
really
problem.
appreciate it.
Yeah.